Yes. Uh, Emotional confusion is I think, a modern day dis-ease. And emotional confusion arises essentially because in our education, in our upbringing, we don't really develop a language for the emotions that we feel. So we don't really know what we're feeling a lot of the time. And we also allow other people to tell us what we're feeling and how we should be feeling. And so we don't do the inner work of naming our feelings, of understanding where the emotions that we're feeling are coming from. And over time, we've lost the meaning of certain words that we loosely use around the territory of emotion. Words like love, like happiness, like joy. They get very confused with emotional states, which are actually nothing to do with love and nothing to do with joy. For example, I don't know if as a teenager you remember, maybe mum said to you when you were 10 or 15 minutes late, getting back of an evening, and mum would say, you're late, you didn't call, you said you'd call, I've been so worried. And as teenagers, we would say, stop worrying, why are you always worrying about me? And mum would say, but I worry because I care, I love you. And in that moment, unbeknownst to our parents, they were getting two ideas mixed up, worry and care. And worry is actually the opposite of care, because worry is fear and care is love. And in those moments, we got love and fear mixed up. And that's a huge confusion to carry through the rest of our lives when we believe love is fear. And the second lesson we learn in those moments, of course, is because our parents are worrying, we believe it's good to worry. So we spend the rest of our life worrying. And then we worry that other people won't know that we worry because they might think we don't care. And so it all becomes quite entangled in our consciousness. Sometimes on the playground as children, we might have experienced the oppression of the bully, and the bigger, the stronger individual who used to come and bully us. And then we'd sort of build a language around that, and we would say, well, I actually respect this person. And of course, they were looking for respect to demonstrate their power. But really, we were getting fear and respect mixed up. And even today, we see that translated into international relationships when we say, well, we really respect this big country on the other side of the world, when it really means fear. So respect and fear, they get entangled, basically. And then, of course, there's the moments when we go to the movie and we watch the romantic comedy, and we watch this couple, and they're just the perfect couple, and they have an argument, and then the relationship breaks down, they make up, and they have another argument, and then the relationship breaks down, and then they make up, and then at the end of the movie, off into the sunset, and of course everyone's sitting there with tears rolling down their eyes and turning to their partner and saying, darling, I wish our relationship could be like that. And in those moments, we confuse sadness. The tears of sadness are confused with love. And so love is confused with sadness. And so emotional confusion. And so then we expect to be entertained in such a way that will induce sadness, and then we call it love. And in fact, they couldn't be further apart. And so it's these moments of emotional confusion which inhabit, in a sense, most of our lives, from our upbringing, from the influences of culture, certainly from the world of entertainment. Maybe this evening on your way home, you'll be passing the cinema, and you'll be thinking, wow, look, there's the latest horror movie, it's just arrived. And we go into the cinema and we pay someone to frighten the living daylights out of us in the name of relaxation. And so we mistake fearfulness, terror if you like, for a relaxed state of being. And so this emotional confusion then leads to what's called emotional addiction. So we become addicted to certain emotions, not noticing that it's those emotions that exhaust us. So our emotions become exhausting and addictive. And so this is called emotional confusion. So we need to untangle what our emotions are, how to master the feelings of those emotions and not be overwhelmed by them, be able to put them to one side and develop methods to not control, but to learn how not to create the emotions that will sabotage our thinking, our decisions, our relationships, everything.